Hi, everyone. So, yoga is not typically about multitasking, right? Very much about being in the present moment. However, one of the things I really like about this practice today that I'm going to share with you is that it is sort of multitasking. We are furthering several goals simultaneously. Okay, and so on one hand, the practice can be quite helpful for releasing tension in the neck and shoulders. But on the other hand, I also find it's quite strengthening for the upper arms. Yeah. Actually, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking of a number of other benefits that are coming up from this practice. But anyway, I will leave it there. I do hope you enjoy it. Very minimal props are needed for this, so literally a floor and a wall. That is it. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, and you are looking for maybe a longer practice or additional practices, do make sure you come visit me at studiopoyoga.com. Check out my online studio. We have a membership. There's lots of free yoga available here on YouTube, but if you want to delve a little bit deeper, I have a huge library there of tons of classes, all sorts of levels, and also a great community. Okay, so check out the links below if you want a little bit more information, and I would love to see you there. To have access to the library and also to our live stream classes, which means that maybe I would get to see you in real time. Okay, I'll leave it there for now. Let's get to the practice. Okay, so position yourself near a wall and stand like this. Okay, you want to have your palm out, coming out from the shoulder, and palm right into the wall here. Okay, set your legs up in Tadasana, standing straight, and have just a little bit of space here between your legs. Okay, now take a second and really position your palm. Okay, so spread all your fingers and suction the mounds of your fingers into the wall, and then take your other hand and really spread the thumb away from the index finger. Okay, now the base of your hand, this part right here, the heel of your hand, really press there. Okay, so pressurize your palm into the wall, spread those fingers, and especially spread the thumb away from the index finger. Okay, now take a look here at your hand and look at the nail, specifically the nail bed, and notice if the nail is rolling towards the small finger side of your hand. Very likely that will be what will happen on many of the fingers. So then try to center your nail bed on each finger, right? So shift a little bit of weight towards the thumb and index finger side. Yeah, okay, and then on the thumb, it's a totally different situation, right? So see what you can do, getting that extension there. Now, absolutely straighten this arm. And with the arm absolutely straight, rotate, okay? Roll your shoulder back, turn your upper arm, and now extend from the underside of your arm into the heel of your hand and vigorously push the wall. Okay, careful not to turn your body towards the wall. Even if you turn your head to look, know where the front of your pose is, facing forward. Okay, now Tadasana in your legs, big, broad feet, open up, lift your kneecaps, lift your thighs, lift your chest. And then again, take your mind into your hand, into your right hand there, and press the wall. Rotate your upper arm back, shoulder back and down, and from the underside of your arm, push the heel of your hand into the wall and feel what happens. Feel the response. Feel the texture of your arm, right? Feel the strength. Feel what's going on. Okay, and then release. Lower your arm down, just take a moment. Okay, now we're gonna repeat this, but we're gonna do a couple of different hand positions. So now that you've done with the fingers pointing straight up, you're gonna turn your hand back, okay? And it depends a little bit on you, where you're stiff, how stiff you are. If you can turn your hand so that the fingers are pointing, like 90 degrees from where you started, then go for that. If that's really intense, then do a little less than that. Okay, and then here again, same idea. You're standing straight, legs are straight, spread all your fingers, move the thumb away from the index finger, and reach the heel of your hand into the wall. Okay, rotate your upper arm back, roll the shoulder blade down your back, and extend more and more through the inside there, the underside, what would normally be the underside of your arm. Okay, push into the heel of your hand. Push into the wall. Okay, breathe into it, maintain it. And again, careful not to torque, to turn towards the wall, stay forward facing. And even though we're working on the right shoulder right now, that doesn't mean you need to be unaware of what's happening on the left. Okay, so broaden this collarbone, roll the shoulder back, and be strong, firm, intentional also on this other side. Okay, push into the heel of your hand. Slide your shoulder blade down your back. Okay, and then release. Extend your arms down, pause, and take a second to notice the difference in sensation between the right side of your body and left side of your body. Right? Immediately the side that you're working on is gonna have a different flavor, a different texture, a different character to it, right? So take notice of this. Okay, now third hand position. Here you're gonna go maximum, okay? So turn your fingers to point down. Now this is, again, a function of your body and where you're stiff, where you're loose. And also something else to be mindful of is whether you have joints that can hyperextend, maybe the carrying angle comes into play, right? So here, I'm gonna go for my fingers pointing straight down, more or less, but sometimes when my wrists are a little, if I've got something going on, I might just undo it a little. Right, so you have to figure that out. And then the other thing too, because my elbows can really overdo, right, I need to put a little bit of a break on that elbow joint so that the message comes into the shoulder. And so you need to look for that in your own body. Okay, spread those fingers, and here it may be more challenging to get the heel of the hand to connect, but really make that effort. Okay, spread the fingers, rotate your upper arm back, which is happening quite naturally here because of the rotation of the fingers. Turn your upper arm and roll the shoulder down your back, shoulder blade down your back, and then reach into the heel of your hand. Watch for hyperextension, put a little bit of a break on the elbow as needed, and then again, face forward. Square your shoulders forward, square your hips forward. Be intentional with your legs. So Tadasana, kneecaps up, thighs up, press your thighs back, buttock forward, chest up. Maintain this. Push the wall. Heel of the hand. Notice if the thumb is shrinking. Is it starting to bend? Slide that thumb away a little bit more. Hold it for a few more breaths. Okay. And then again, release, extend down. Okay, let's repeat this whole thing now on the second side. Okay, so now this time you'll turn around and you'll have your left hand into the wall. And same thing, for the first effort, for the first attempt here, fingers are pointing straight up to the ceiling here. Okay, and you want to find your distance, feet a little bit apart here. And your wrist is about shoulder distance, shoulder height, excuse me. Okay, now spread those fingers, connect the mounds of the fingers, and make that special effort to get the thumb away from the index finger. Then without distorting the whole positioning of your torso, just look over at your hand, notice the nail beds, and just see, do you have more weight on the outer hand, inner hand, and is there a small adjustment you can make to really suction the palm? Right? Center the nails on the nail bed of, particularly the index finger, middle finger. Yeah. Okay. Now rotate your upper arm and slide the shoulder blade down your back, and then simultaneously reach into the heel of your hand and push the wall. Lengthen this underside of your body. Okay? Underside of your arm. Spread your fingers, rotate your upper arm, slide your shoulder blade down your back, and now push the wall, reach that heel of the hand, reach, push the wall more. Hold it there, feel, observe, notice the texture of your upper arm. Where are you feeling it? Where are you not? Notice what's happening to your fingers, your palm, the level of connection that's happening there. Okay, and then release. Extend your arm down, take a few breaths. And now second position. So just as before, you've got your hand here, and now you're gonna turn it back. Okay, so again, 90 degrees, maybe a little less, you work it out. And then building on everything we've just done. So you can reestablish your standing position. Okay, spread your toes, yeah, be broad on your feet, and then lift your kneecaps, lift your thighs, move the thighs back, but the middle of your buttocks slightly forward, chest up. Maintain that. Now press your hand into the wall, yeah, spread those fingers, rotate your upper arm out, roll your shoulder blade down your back, and now reach more and more into the heel of your hand. Push the wall. Extend into the heel of your hand. Push the wall. Okay, feel what's going on here. Rotate your upper arm, extend into the heel of your hand, and push the wall more and more. Again, observe what's happening in the fingers. Don't let them shrink. Where is the weight? Is it again falling towards the small finger? Right? Keep some pressure in that wedge of the thumb and index finger. Hold it for a little longer. Okay, again, see that the body isn't torquing, so you're not turning to the wall. Stay forward facing. Okay, and then again, release, extend your arms straight down, take a few breaths. Okay, last position here. You started with the fingers straight up, you turn them back, and now you're going for your maximum rotation here. You can turn the arm all the way down, the fingers all the way down, if it's within the realm of reason for you. Okay, and again, you're aiming to get the heel of the hand, this really right by the wrist, this part of the hand, absolutely touching the wall, right? But without hyperextending in the elbow. Now, for some people, hyperextension is a non-issue, but for many, it is, it comes up. So you want to really respect that so that the message travels from your wrist into the shoulder, not only into the elbow. Okay, spread those fingers, especially the thumb. Turn your upper arm, roll your shoulder blade down your back, and then push the wall, reach that heel of the hand. Okay, stay forward facing, roll the opposite shoulder down, extend those fingers as well. Keep the weight even on both feet. Okay, go back to your left arm there. Push the wall, heel of the hand, really push. Rotate your upper arm and just shift back and forth, these two instructions. Rotate your upper arm, push the wall with the heel of your hand. Lengthen there, that underside of the arm. Extend, reach, reach, reach. Okay, and then finally release, extend your arms down. Okay, you can have your arms by your side here like this, and then also you can turn your palms to face forward. The inside of your hand here face forward, and just this can also be a bit of a release. Okay, stretch here. Okay, so what we just did was Parshvahastasana, sideways position. And this next variation, I believe it's called Viparita Ardhahastasana, okay? And again, this is just, I really wanted to just show something, you know, not particularly prop intensive and that you can pretty much do anywhere. So all you need is to be able to stand and have access to a wall. Okay, and you could probably make a case for doing it in a seated position if you needed to also. Okay, so this next variation here, you're gonna stand closer to the wall, and I'm gonna show you the back view first so that you can really see where my arm is going. Okay, you're standing much closer to the wall and you're placing your arm back here like this. And to start with, have the arm quite low. Okay, now notice I'm standing again with a little space between my legs, and although I'm trying to get the inside of my body, like my inner chest, kind of the inner part of my arm here, as close to the wall as possible, I'm not leaning with my hip. Okay, so you want to negotiate that a little bit. And then press your hand into the wall, but turn your abdomen and your shoulders a little bit away from the wall. So again, you're facing in the same direction as we did in the last pose. Okay, roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. Okay, turn yourself away from the wall and breathe. Okay, just different angles, different approach here. Okay, now to challenge the shoulder a little bit more, and as always, it's up to you to decide what's appropriate at this moment, right, for your shoulders, for your practice. But to challenge yourself a little more, you will take the arm a little higher up the wall. Okay, press the hand, roll your shoulder back, and turn yourself away from the wall. Okay, now again, the people who hyperextend in the elbow a little bit, you do want to watch for that. Make sure you're not going into the elbow joint in an aggressive fashion. Okay, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest up. Press against the wall and open up the side of your chest. Okay, from the back body, cut into the front body. I'm going to point here with this hand, especially right here at the tip of the shoulder blade. Okay, keep your chin level, eyes looking maybe just a little higher than eye level, and breathe. Okay, and then finally, one more stage. You can try to lift the arm here at the height of your shoulder. And again, turn away from the wall. Breathe into it. Broaden your collarbones, roll your shoulders back, and at the tip of your blade, cut in and open your chest. Find your breath. Okay, and then release. Okay, be here for a moment, extend down into your fingers, and once again, observe. I find it always so fascinating how different each side feels, even after the pose, like the memory of the pose, of what's happened. There's a certain vibration. Yeah, so just observe that. Okay, second side. Okay, so once again, you're going to stand close, fairly close to the wall here. Keep a little bit of space between your legs and extend your arm back. Okay, have the palm lower, could be, you know, maybe at the height of the hip here, and work yourself in close to the wall, but without leaning. Okay, so do find that line, right? Stand on your heels so that you're absolutely straight. And then press your palm into the wall here and turn yourself away from the wall. Okay, broaden your collarbones, roll your shoulders back, and then move away from the wall. Okay, again, you're gonna work in so that you're fairly close. See, with this shoulder, I have a little bit more movement, so I can actually get closer to the wall on this side than on the other side. So, you check for yourself the differences, right side and left. Okay, make sure if you hyperextend that you're putting a brake on the elbow, something I remind myself of quite often. Okay, roll your shoulders back, shoulder corners back, get that nice opening through the collarbone region, and from the tip of the blade, cut forward, right? You want to roll sort of the back of the armpit towards the chest there, and lift your chest. Breathe. Okay, the sensation that you have on the side that's closest to the wall, you can recreate similarly on the other side, right? See if you can recreate it, and breathe. Okay, and then release. And then for second position, you can certainly rest, give your arm a rest, and just be in Tadasana between the different positions. Or if it feels fine for you, you can carry forward. And then this time, just go a little bit higher up the wall. Okay, so maybe not quite yet at shoulder height, but in between the height of the hip and the height of the shoulder. Okay, palm against the wall, work yourself in, but keep those legs straight. Draw your outer hips into the midline, okay, and then turn a little bit away from the wall. Okay, so you're not trying to turn all the way, and you're certainly not initiating from the head, but just a little rotation. I mean, the focus is on this shoulder, so, make sure the response is coming in that area. That's what we're focused on. Okay, push the wall with your hand, and then turn ever so slightly away from the wall, and can you get the inner arm to press against the wall? Okay, roll your shoulders back, and from the tip of the shoulder blade, cut into the body, lift your chest higher. Okay, find your breath. Stay with it for a bit. Good, and then release. Give your arm a break, a moment, and then we'll go for the final position. Okay, so, and of course, if that was your final position, then, maybe that's enough for today, or maybe you want to repeat at the same height. Okay, make those decisions that is going to help make this practice be absolutely appropriate for you. Okay, if it makes sense, you're going to reach the arm back the palm at about the height of your shoulder, and then again stand on your legs and turn yourself a little bit away from the wall, aiming here, okay, to get this inner part of the arm towards the wall. Yeah, towards the wall. Broaden both collarbones. Okay, keep the hips firm, and breathe. Okay, soften the elbow a little bit if you hyperextend, and from the tip of each blade, move from back to front. Okay, you want to circularize. This is a common Iyengar Yoga instruction. This idea of circularizing the armpit chest, right, from back to front. Okay, see if that resonates for you, and recreate that. Okay, stay with this for a little bit. Breathe. Okay, and then again, release slowly, and stand in Tadasana. Okay, you can reach your arms straight down. You can again turn for a moment, see if that gives just a little extra release. You can turn them in all sorts of ways. Okay, so that is all for today. How do your arms feel? How do your shoulders feel? Okay, today's practice, I just wanted, again, something really simple, something you can do anywhere, but it's deceptively simple, right? It should trigger quite a few feelings in your limbs, in your arms. And I wouldn't be surprised either if not only are you feeling a little bit looser in the neck, shoulder area, but you may also be feeling a little more alert and like with a bit of pep. Yeah, so again, if you happen to be doing a lot of computer work or something where you're not moving around, you're hovering over a desk or in a kitchen, or all sorts of things might fall into that category, this can be a nice way to break it up. Okay, yeah, all right, so enjoy. I hope that's useful for you. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think, and yeah, I'll see you next time.